Welcome to We Can Grow Moon Days. We call it Moon Day at the green side. Why Moon Day? Well, why not? Anyway, what we're here to do is to talk to you about growing. We have two channels. We have cannabis growing and we have organic vegetable growing. So today we're going to do two things. Firstly, we're going to carry on telling you all about our Royal Queen seed, crack that seed, grow that seed all the way through to a beautiful flower process. So that we'll do. And after that, I'd like to introduce you to our new friend Gary. Gary is heading up Fresh and Healthy Organic Conscious Medicine Gardens. Wow, that's a full mouth. That's a full sentence. Anyway, let's without further ado, let's move on.
Okay, guys. So taking from last week where we left off, thanks for joining again. Today we're going to talk about the tappet root first, and this royal seed over here has been sitting in the cupboard for the last week, and you can see a beautiful stem starting to tap out of the seed, and now it's ready for the next stage of placing it into the jiffy. So all you're going to need for the jiffy is a clean bowl, some normal water, or you can use your sterilized water again, cold temperature water, and a jiffy. This jiffy over here, you're just going to soak it into the basin of water, and you're going to let it expand, and you're also going to need a little grow pot over here. So you're going to soak this side facing down into the water, and that takes about 10 minutes to expand. You just leave it soaking into the water, and then you've got it over here. So now once it's expanded over here, you're going to take it out of the water basin. You're going to make a little hole into the middle over here of the cocoa peat with a little skewer, a little stick, not too deep, just around about your small finger, centimeter and a bit deep. Okay, and now you're going to take your tappet root. I'm going to feed these pocket choys some water. Going to take your tappet root out of your glass. These little guys. So with the root, what you're going to do is you're going to take the root into the jiffy, lightly press down onto the jiffy like that, and then slowly cover it, not pushing too hard, slowly covering it over there and placing that into your pot. Okay, now that over there goes back into the cupboard for the next 5 or so days, just getting used to its new environment, making sure that you're watering it twice a day. The water mustn't be too saturated, but it must still look moist, but not overwatered. I like to use a little mister spray bottle, or you can, and just make sure that the top sections and the bottom sections have got nice moisture to them.
So thank you, Gary, for helping us to understand more about our Royal Queen seeds and how to crack a seed. Remember, friends, if your idea is to get a great flower or fruit at the end, start with great genetics. It's all about the genetics. So we've got Royal Queen seed, that's a great genetic, but here we have got something very, very special. It's a Franchi Italian heirloom seed. This seed bank has been going since 1788. That is something really crazy. This is the oldest heirloom seed company in the world, from Italy. I'm not sure the exact pronunciation, so we'll wait until we've got someone who's speaking the Italian nicely to help us with that. Let's go over to you, Gary. Friends, Gary has just joined us to assist us with a new business unit, which is not only are we assisting you with your organic veggies, we're going to help you with growing organic veggies. So let's go over to you, Gary.
Hi listeners, and thank you for joining us again, and thanks Myron. So yeah, we're pleased to announce that we're going to be launching organic gardens together with Fresh and Healthy, and helping you as listeners to learn how to grow our own food. Over this time of COVID, we've been looking at food security, and establishing every backyard should have a little food garden going, and going back into that kind of psyche of knowing where our food is coming from and going up against chemical food and really promoting organic living and organic farming. So over here, even in the middle of Greenside, we've developed beautiful 4 little beds of gardens over the period of since May, while we've been on lockdown, looking at growing some beautiful veggies over here. So there's 4 critical things to think of about when planning a vegetable garden. The first thing is about climate, weather, and your conditions of your outside environment. Your second thing is about water availability and how that works. And then the third important thing is about soil and what nutrients and what your soil base quality is like. And then your fourth thing is about what kind of food are you wanting to grow and what kind of environment does it actually need. So today we're going to talk about soil and about how do you build up the perfect soil for gardens. You've got different classifications of soil, and unfortunately a lot of people with soil and planting, they think of soil as you need to tilt the soil, you need to put a fork through the soil beds, but it's actually about growing layers on organic matter, because what soil is, it's about ash and dust and particles of organic matter. So everything around your greens on your garden makes up your compost heap, and one of your episodes we'll show you how to develop and make your own compost. But all your grass cuttings, your leaves, all of those parts of your mulching, creating a great compost. So that's a key ingredient, is your compost of your organic matter to build your bed. So what we did over here was we digged trenches and a easy reachable trench size so that you can plant, and we went quite far deep down onto this ground over here to make sure that our roots and our plants can grow. You normally need about 6 to 12 inches of depth for planting, depending what you're going to plant. But over here you've got things of pak choi and shallow root systems, so you don't need a deep bed. But here we've layered a deep bed over here. So an important part of soil is drainage. How much water content does your soil hold, and how does your drainage of your water work? So your raised beds helps to encourage a water-wise, conservative way of maintaining or containing your soils and your nutrients in your beds. So over here with this contained bed, we've made layers of animal bone meal or animal matter, organic matter, straw, compost layers, and then your soils, and you mix that together with straw so that it maintains, so it's nice and grainy. You can see on the soil it's got great particles, organic matters, microorganisms, everything else growing and nice, and keeps not too clayey, but it still holds quite a nice clay content to it, so it still keeps the moisture nice and firm, in a comparison to next to it where you've got soils which is building sand, very coarse, porous. You want to build in leafy matter. So this kind of soil bed over here now, you don't need to constantly pull a fork through it. You layering it on, you mulching as your water and your leaves are coming onto it. It's all good. It keeps the water into the bed, and it keeps the soils nice and keeps the plants nice and nutrient fed.
And I guess the proof of the pudding is just look at these pak choi. I mean, this is the first bed that's been planted here, a nice winter garden. I mean, if a pak choi health anything to go by, it looks like the soil is doing really beautiful.
Delicious.
Delicious. Let's eat that soon. Thank you, Gary. And thank you, Ryan, for being our filming man.